Hello everyone, and welcome to my 10th video. Every 5 videos I create a recap video, so this is the 10th, so this video I'll be trying to go over everything that I basically went over in my last videos in a small condensed version if I can, and keep you guys up to date about where I'm going with the project and what I plan to do. Anyway, real quick, I wanted to say thank you to all my viewers. Overnight, my last video all of a sudden got 500 and so viewers, so that's pretty awesome. For those of you who are here from the beginning, I keep on saying I just want, if I could, get an average of 30. Now it's skyrocketed up to an average of 92 viewers for the Dungeon Dice Monster projects. So I want to thank whoever helped me get that many viewers. That was awesome of you. Thanks to that, I've actually had people asking to contribute, which is what I've been asking since the beginning, which is awesome. So there's going to be a couple things in the video, well, in the project, but not everything I was given, but at least a couple things I was able to implement with the small time that I have. Alright, let's go move forward. I'm going to try and make this video really short. This is actually, I think, my third shot trying to make this video. I made another version, and it was half an hour long, so I decided to redo it real quick. Alright, so let's move on. This is the menu screen. It definitely won't look like this forever. If I push this button, this is the free duel opponents. If I can implement that many AIs, I don't even know how to implement a single AI, so that'll be different for me to try to get into. I guess I'll go over each menu real quick. I'm going to try to make this video short if I can, so I might rush a little bit. I'll go over more stuff in another video. Maybe I'll make this into 2 parts. I think that'll be pretty smart. Alright, so dice pool is basically your dice construction screen where you can change your dice, choose which dice you want in, what crests, whatever, what levels. Tournament, just like in the Game Boy Advance version, it's basically you're facing off against a bunch of different opponents. Free duel is what I just showed you, that screen. Versus is local, and hopefully if I could do online, then that'll be online. I'm really reaching for online trading. Trade your dice, I guess, trade monsters. Shop, buy some monsters. Not too sure how trading shop will work yet. Options, what you can do in the options menu is basically change the rules if you want, add rules, take out rules, whatever. There's a bunch of different rules that'll be in the game. There'll also be a tutorial for those of you who don't know how to play. It should be an interactive tutorial, and you shouldn't have to just read a bunch of text. There should be someone talking to you during the tutorial. Another thing I want to do, but this is way later, is have an adventure mode. Have kind of an RPG style adventure mode. If I can get AIs into the game and make them work really well, my plan is to definitely make the AI much smarter than he is in the Game Boy Advance version. Alright, so the first thing you might notice that's different is someone had actually supplied me with some dice, which was awesome. So here they are. Didn't mean to click that. So these are actually really cool. I only have color blue, but he's willing to give me other colors. So this is really amazing, actually. I like the way it looks. It's all shrunken down, but I plan to make the images larger. So the images he gave me were high quality images. They're just shrunken down, so they lose a little bit of quality. But definitely, I should be able to enlarge the screen, because I'm probably going to be doing that in the next update. So we've all seen this before. You click the die you want to edit, you click the side, and you change it, just like that. So player 1 and player 2 both have their own set of dice. This is player 1's dice. I haven't spent a lot of time editing it, because the whole time I've been editing player 2's dice for whatever reason. So let's move on. Alright, so again, a couple changes. There's definitely going to be a couple huge changes. For instance, since I have some nice images, definitely these dice are going to have some kind of image. So since you guys are watching this and you're noticing for you guys who have watch my videos from the beginning, there's been some massive improvements. As you can see, since I got some dice, it's possible, and well, actually it's definitely going to be possible that all the images in the ugly wireframe type look will definitely be removed with some type of animation or images. So my images won't be here forever. So like these silly monster lords, they definitely will change. And right now, all the squares in the game are 32 by 32. Might be too small, so I might actually make it larger. So hopefully, because I don't want to make it too big or it doesn't fit on everyone's screen, but maybe 40 by 40 or 50 by 50 if I can. I'm going to mess around with different sizes over the weekend. Alright, so what you can do here is you choose the dice you want to roll. It's strict by level now. Before it wasn't. You just had to roll stars in order to summon. So in this case, this would be, in the original game, a level 1. So I'd have to choose 3 level 1. Here they are. These are the ones you selected. There will be a way to indicate which die you're editing, because right now I just click this one, and then it'll be edited. So there. But the thing is, you don't know which one you're editing right now. So eventually that will change. The only way you can tell is by that number up there. But I'm going to remove that number, this number, and that number. So they won't be there. This will also be removed. Another thing that's different is now you can see whose turn it is, so Red's turn. Don't worry about this stuff. This stuff will go. Alright. Oh, whoops. There we go. Oh, forgot to remove that box. Alright, so this box is something I was working on. It's going to be larger, but it's supposed to allow you to basically choose which dice you want to use to make the summoning. In the cartoon, what they did was every time they made a summoning, they used that die and put it down into the screen. I'll click it here. Yeah, box should be there. Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to keep that box there. But just deal with it for right now. Let's see, there we go. I'm not going to go through a whole game. I did that in my last video, so if you want to see the whole game played out, you can. You can move the monsters and attack. Defense hasn't been implemented, but that will be soon. Let's just do a quick thing. Let's see, this is player 2's dice, so they're much different. As you can see, they have way more crests going on, so just choose 3 random ones. Roll. There we go. Now that box is gone. Thank goodness. Alright, anyway, as you can see, ooh, I got 3 stars. Huh, what are the chances of that? Anyway, so any crest you roll, go into your crest pool, which is right here. There, place that. Monsters that are upside down belong to this side. Monsters that are right side up belong to this bottom side. Or I should say, upside down, blue. Right side up, red. So, in my last video, I did go over a quick little game. You could definitely click on the monsters, show their stats. Let's do another quick roll. Hopefully I can get some movement. Come on, did I put any movement crests in with this guy? There's a couple I see. One right there. One right... Whoops. Didn't mean to... Oh, I did another summoning somehow. And a couple attacks. Great. Alright. So, I can't move, but they can definitely move. They can attack. Another thing is you'll be able to choose from a selection of different tiles. So, as you can see, blue has these tiles. Red has these. You'll be able to change that if you want. And hopefully, if I am not too lazy, allow you to put in your own. Because I think that would be pretty cool to have your own. Especially if you play online, that'd be pretty awesome to have your own custom-made tiles. Different game modes that'll be in the game. There should be 4 free modes, or dual modes, I should say, in the game. And what they are is basically there's going to be the board game version, the Mattel board game version, where it's basically the Mattel board game rules. Oh, that reminds me. I thought I could find the rule book online as a PDF. I couldn't find it. So if someone still has the rule book and wants to take pictures and send it to me, that'd be awesome. I could definitely use them. I want to reread the rule book. I used to have it. I don't know where it is. I think when we moved, it was thrown away. But I definitely want to be very true to those rules when you choose that mode, when you choose board game version. The other version is the cartoon version. In the cartoon, what made it different to the other versions was the dice were shuffled and they were randomly selected. You would get 3 each turn, so definitely that will be an option where you play that version. The other version is a Game Boy Advance version, so a lot of the way they do things, like for instance, they devote a monster to a die. That mode will be available. And the other version is my own version. Now, I don't remember all of the different rules in my version, but a couple of them are definitely you can have your own custom field. So you can summon a field instead of doing a summoning monster, and that field will somehow affect the monsters. So, for instance, if you have a forest, I forget what type of monsters gets strengthened from forest, actually. Well, anyway, monsters with that type of attribute will be strengthened. If someone then uses the desert, it will override the forest, so they'd have to re-summon the forest. That is if you have 3 forest summonings. So, in this game, and I know some people don't like this, but I definitely do, there will definitely be unlocking, a lot of unlocking, just like in the Game Boy Advance version. So you won't be supplied with all the monsters straight from the start. You'd have to unlock them. I like that a little better, because then if I have everyone have every single dice, then they'll have the most powerful set right from the beginning. But just like in the original game, the original Mattel version of the game, you have to buy the sets. You don't have to buy anything in my game, of course, but you have to buy the sets in order to hopefully get the strongest monsters. It'll be the same way in this game. You'll have to earn them. These life points right here, there they are for the monster lores. Now, anything you don't like and you'd like to change, you want to contribute, definitely you can contribute. Anything anyone gives me, I try to use. So if you have better images that you can give me, definitely give it to me, and I'll give you credit. The dice were supplied to me by, I believe his name is Armagen. Sorry if I say you guys' name wrong. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Armagen is the guy who supplied me with these dice. Really, really nice. Planning to make them bigger so that way the quality shows a little bit better. Let's see, what else? Oh, the monsters. I should go over that real quick. For the monsters, I've so far implemented 5 monsters. The reason why I haven't summoned them is because of that white screen you saw a little while ago. That was a summoning screen I was working on. And so you'll be able to choose which monster you want to summon based off their level. The way that will work is, well, if you know the rules, basically you're trying to roll 2 stars of the same level. The levels are shown here, so level 4, level 5, and right now there's a level 0, believe it or not. So levels go level 0, which is 5 stars. That's on the original game, but I might actually implement that for really, really weak monsters and easy summons. Thing is, they'll be overpowered by every other monster, so you have to be careful when you're summoning them, because you have a limit to how many monsters you can summon. Excuse me. There's level 3, or excuse me, level 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 would be 5 stars on a die. Oh wait, no, I said that wrong. Level 5 would be if you roll 3 stars and level 4 summoning, then you can summon level 5. There is no level 5 in the original game. There's no level 5 dice, unless I make level 0 1. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. If I'm going to do level 0 is 1, and so I mean the levels will be a little different than they are in the original game. But definitely there'll be a stronger level summoning that you could do that don't actually have level dice for them. And the way to do that is, like I said, if you roll 3 of the same kind. The way summoning will work is basically I create an array, and the array searches out your entire monster pool. So if you roll 3 level 2 stars, you'll search for all level 2s and all level 3s. There's already algorithm that actually does that. I'm working on making it display for you guys so you guys can select the monster and the die you want to remove. So each time you successfully summon a monster, you have to remove a die. Unless you play the Mattel version where you don't lose any dice. You can choose whatever dice you want to use throughout the entire game. So Mattel's version is probably the most simplest version. Mattel's version will probably allow you to roll the dice twice, allowing you to decide which roll you like the best. So I need the rule book because I can't remember all the rules. I remember that's part of it. There's a bunch of different added in rules in the Mattel version. Another thing I should probably mention is for the monsters, I plan to use the Japanese names and not the English names. I'm not really much for people who take an idea and change it, because if I made my cartoon, which I hope someday I will, I wouldn't appreciate it if another language or culture takes my story, which I sold them the rights, and they change up the story. That's what makes me kind of irritated about the English version of Yu-Gi-Oh! And why I try to avoid watching that, and I watch the Japanese version. It's because they changed everything, and they changed the story, and even the enemy's plans. I mean, how do you do that? They definitely did. And they kind of watered down a lot of things. They changed a lot of the names. They changed a lot of the way the monsters look, and they changed almost all the cards. So I think the Japanese counterparts for most of the cards look way better than the English counterparts. The English counterparts seem a little bit more wimpier in some cases. In fact, I remember Joey has these monsters. I forget what names are, but they're these little soldiers. One of them, in the English version, they gave him a squirt gun for whatever reason. That's kind of dumb. You're supposed to have like a rifle. So, anyway, so with that said, one of the names that are definitely going to be changed is I have implemented what most people know about is Slifer, the Sky Dragon, but his real name is the Dragon of Osiris. And so that's his name in my game. I won't be using the name Slifer because there is no Egyptian god named Slifer, which makes me even more irritated. Slifer came from a producer's name who wanted his name in the cartoon. I think that's just the most ridiculous thing ever. You're going to take an idea that doesn't even belong to you, and you're going to change the names, and you're going to put your own name in it. I think that's really, like, egotistical, if you ask me. So, for many years, people have been calling Slifer, or should I say Osiris, the Dragon of Osiris, Slifer. So this guy sure is popular, I'm sure. Anyway, so like I said, the English names will be taken out. So I guess Dark Magician, even though I do like the name Dark Magician, will probably be Black Magician, because that's what he's supposed to be known as, Black Magician Girl, and whatnot. I guess I could put in a option that allows you to give, or allows to display English names, but I won't be doing that right away. So sorry if you guys like the English version, but sorry, I like to stick to the original. I'm a big guy on original, especially since I design stuff. I would hate it if someone took my game and changed a lot of the names, a lot of the features, and got rid of the features I added. So that's just my viewpoint on that. Now, I was going to do a live appearance in this video, but this video I think is already 15 minutes long, probably longer. No, actually it's 11 minutes. Oh, no, never mind, there it goes. Yeah, 16 minutes, so it's pretty long. So I'll definitely do a live appearance, thanking you guys properly for watching my videos. Man, 500 or whatever views it was, that's pretty good for me. I don't really ask for a lot. Now, one thing I do mention in my live video that I'm not going to be including here, it just takes too much time, is I talk about subscriptions, and I said how I mentioned it earlier. Now, if you want to like, go for it. It definitely lets me know you appreciate it. But I do notice that a lot of YouTubers do ask for likes and subscribes. The funny thing is, as far as I know, subscribes do something. I don't think likes do anything, so I don't know why YouTubers ask for that, because it doesn't really do anything. And I think when people beg for that type of stuff, it's kind of irritating, because they should let their work kind of speak for itself. So if you want to subscribe because you want to subscribe. I don't subscribe to anyone because people just post junk on their YouTube videos. If I like someone's video, it's normally just because of one segment. But that's why I don't really subscribe. I'm probably subscribed to like 10 people total. But most people, they put in a bunch of random stuff that I don't want to see, especially they basically spam up the subscriptions box. And so it kind of blocks away all the stuff I actually want to see. So you can subscribe if you want, but the thing is, you know where to find me. It's basically just Dungeon Dice Monsters fan-made game. In the beginning, I just asked for subscribers so I can have people follow, at least the production. But at this point, you know where to find me. So if all you're watching my videos for are just for Dungeon Dice Monsters, then don't worry about subscribing, because I post other things too. And other things you probably don't really want to see in your subscription box. Now, if you're subscribed, I'm not saying unsubscribe to me. If you enjoy my videos, definitely stay subscribed. But I'm not here to become super popular or whatever. I'm just here basically to make and do what I enjoy best, is make games and make it for an audience that enjoys this. Now, like I said, this game will be free. I don't own the rights. And I make other games. Some games I do sell. But if you're willing to check out my other work, please do. Because I do work on other things, and a lot of it's free. I post a lot of my work for free, so that would be pretty awesome. So if you do subscribe, please feel free to check out my other videos. But if you're subscribing just for Dungeon Dice Monsters, you could just look up Dungeon Dice Monsters if you want, unless you want to stay updated. With that said, since YouTube for me I don't think is the best updating tool, I am planning to do two things. I plan to create a Twitter. So if you guys want me to create a Twitter, so that way you get live updates, and I would update it often because I work on this game probably a little bit every single day, adding different things. In fact, there's even stuff that you haven't even seen yet that are in the game, that are behind the scenes that work, but I haven't shown it to you guys yet. So if you guys want me to do a Twitter, I will update it daily with different things that are being added to the game. Also, I want to do a survey asking a bunch of questions about what you think, what you feel should be put into this game. If you want to contribute, oh yeah, contributors, please, if you guys are willing to contribute, or it doesn't matter what it is, just anything. Oh, perfect, I was happy I did that. Yeah, I just want to show off all the different paths. They're all there, and you can rotate all of them, just like that. Let's see, my favorite is the stairs. Yeah, that reminds me, in the Mattel version you have a limited number of each type of path, so if you play a Mattel version, you'll have a limit. See, oh, this guy's a movement, so let's go move this guy. There we go. Awesome. But that should be it for my presentation. So if you guys want me to create a survey and you want me to create Twitter, please let me know. Please put a comment. Comments, I think, are the most valuable thing. Beyond subscriptions, beyond likes, I think comments for me, that's the one thing I do big for is comments. Let me know what you think, what you like changed, what I should do, how I should construct my videos. Are my videos too long? Do I talk too much? Yes, I do talk too much. All that type of stuff, that helps. I think that's the best thing beyond all things. And that's the funny thing is, people who have YouTube videos, they don't really ask for a lot of comments, to be honest. And if they do, they don't look at the comments. But then again, I'm sure they get a bunch of junk comments. But unhelpful comments, I do delete. I have gotten a couple unhelpful comments that do nothing. I do delete them, so don't waste your time and don't waste my time. But then again, most of you guys are here because you want this. So I don't think you'll be wasting anyone's time, to be honest. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope all you 500 viewers, or however many actually viewed this, I hope you guys continue to watch these videos and stay on board and help me the best you can. This 500 viewer spike has really helped. It's gotten a lot of people interested, and it's got people send me messages asking how can they contribute, what can they do, anything, honestly. Anything you see here that you don't like, you can definitely give to me and help change. Oh, another last thing I should probably say, if you guys want help with coding, and I'm sorry, don't need any help with coding, unless you know artificial intelligence and you want to teach it to me, go for it. But the coding I like to do on my own. I used to have people help me with coding, but I just always feel it's best if I just do it on my own. After 10 years of programming and game experience, I think I basically got this all figured out. The only thing I just don't know is really smart AI for board games. I know it for other things like RPGs, any other type of, platformer games, any other type of game where you have an enemy pursue you. I can do. Just board games, man, it's hard. So many decisions. So if you guys know a pretty cool way to create awesome artificial intelligence, definitely let me know if you want to implement it into this game. I'd greatly appreciate that. Any help I get, I greatly appreciate. But the only thing I don't really need help with is basically programming the game. I already know the basic rules, and like I said, if someone can send me a PDF or pictures of the actual rule books, I can read through it. Then definitely the true rules be implemented. But as far as doing that, it's really simple. Like I've said in a previous video, making this game is really easy. I'm very surprised no one's ever done it before. Someone did make an online version, but they don't do anything with it anymore. But yeah, no, this game is not hard to make, and though it's probably one of my bigger codes because there definitely is a lot of different cues that are in the game. There's different phases, just like when you create a Yu-Gi-Oh card game. I created a similar Yu-Gi-Oh card game. There's a lot of different triggers and phases that make the code quite bloated. But other than that, actually programming the game's not hard. I think the hardest part I have with this game is basically legal positions for the dungeon path. How it has to be connected to your own color and not just to the blue color, but it has to always touch at least one of your own color. Whoops, did it again. Anyway, that was probably the hardest. Now that that's out of the way, it's pretty simple from here. The only thing that I need to worry about is just basically not interfering with other loops, because that can be really easily done and messed with and kind of ruined, because the phases, and not only that, you have the game running in the background. So trying to keep the phases separate from the game running in the background is what's tough, but easy to figure out. Alright, I think this video is 20 minutes, and yep, almost 25, so I'm going to end it there. Thanks again for all you viewers, and see you next time.